talking about quarterbacks, how was it playing with Peyton Manning? Any legendary stories there? Do you guys still stay in contact? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, Peyton was the truth, man. And the thing is with Peyton, I'm happy that people are really seeing the true side of Peyton now. Because Peyton, if you didn't know Peyton, you didn't think he was such a jokester
Oh
and
my
like the
goodness.
crack joke. You didn't know that here. All right.
Bro,
You're one of
remember
the
the Pro
guys that
Bowl? Remember the Pro Bowls, bro? Those
that,
oh my goodness.
that's what I'm telling you is once you start getting into, behind the scenes of Peyton, then you understand this dude is cool, man. He out here cracking jokes. He kind of keep it light. And that's how Peyton was. Now, if you didn't know him and you just played against him, you see this guy who's super serious and he was in the books and into the film, and he didn't. You barely see him laugh or anything in the film and on the field, right? But that's who he was to other people who didn't know him. But now that you know him and now you're just seeing the other side of him, that's what made our team, so great and loose because Peyton was a guy where, he used to crack jokes, keep it loose. You know what I mean? Definitely take his job seriously. But to having a guy like that, lead that offense made my job so much easier. They're
Right.
putting up all types of points.
When did you
Now
know?
now
When
we're
did you
playing for
know
the
he
lead.
was different? When did you know Peyton? Was there one moment where you're like, "Yo, this dude's different. He's next level."
Well, I just, you know what? I got in there. I was a rookie. He was probably like 4 years in at that point. So for me, watching him from the very day one, it was no question in my mind. Like I'd never seen anything like that.
Mm.
Okay, well, what he was doing in practice, how he was facilitating everything, getting
Everything.
all the guys together offensively. Never seen anything like that. I honestly thought that's just how it was in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm walking into. Okay. So, I have guys like Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Edrin James. I'm thinking this is just normal. All right. Yeah. And then you go to another team and you don't see none of that. You're
Right.
like, yo, wait a minute. First of all, rings are a team accomplishment. All right. It isn't just one individual getting the ring. It's a
Say
team
that. Can you
accomplishment.
say that again, Dwight? It's a
A
what
ring,
accomplishment?
it's a team accomplishment.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not
Just
just one individual.
got it.
Out of all the sports, okay, football
See,
is probably the stupidest conversation to have when it comes down to who's the GOAT because of rings. Because there's more variables, more people. People say, hey, he's the greatest quarterback of all times because he got 7 rings or 6 rings or whatever it is. Listen, it takes a team.
Mm.
That quarterback is sitting down on the bench while the defense is out there are making plays for him. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things. There's receivers running routes and doing what they do. So
so
there's a lot of
so
variables
Peyton's
that
your
go
goat.
into
So
it.
Peyton's your goat because when you said 7 rings, you were referring to Tom Brady.
Well, yeah, because it's always the who's the greatest
Right.
quarterback of all time. I think Tom is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time for sure.
Yeah.
Is he the greatest above and beyond everyone else? And the only reason why is because of championships? I don't think so. Because it may have not been Peyton's fault why we lost, certainly. It could have been a defense. It could have been a receiver. It
Right.
could have been an
Right.
offensive
Right.
line that was garbage that couldn't block for the man. You feel what I'm saying, too? So I can't just say a guy is in football for sure is the guy's the greatest just because he has more rings. Basketball, you can have more of a conversation because an offensive guy can play defense and can play both ways,
Right.
and he can do more things on the field, all right, on the basketball court. I understand that conversation. But that being said, it's still a team sport, and that's a team accomplishment, and it does mean something. It means something in the
Right.
conversation, but it doesn't mean everything.